Alright, here it says to find the inverse function. This is actually the definition of an inverse. If you compose a function with its inverse in both directions, so f first, f inverse on the inside, and then f inverse on the outside, f on the inside. If you compose those and it simplifies to just the variable, then you know you have an inverse. That's actually the definition of an inverse function. If it satisfies that, you have inverse functions. So we're going to find an inverse, and then we're going to compose it in both of these directions and see what happens. And hopefully we'll get x. So again, to find an inverse, you switch and solve. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I switch the variables, negative y, and then I'll solve. I want to get y all by itself, so I want it in the top at least, and then not as an exponent. So I'll multiply both sides by 1 plus 1.1 to the negative y. This is all one piece, so I have to multiply by all of that. And then same over here, 1 plus 1.1 raised to the negative y. It's messy, but hopefully you know what I mean. And then I have 1 plus 1.1 raised to the negative y times x equals 50. And I'm trying to get y all by itself. So I suppose I have to distribute. So I get x plus 1.1 to the negative y times x equals 50. Subtract this x over. And I'm still just getting y by itself. X times 1.1 to the negative y. Sorry, trying to get y by, I don't remember if I said x minus. Now I'll divide by x. So pretty simple so far. And then I'll take the natural log of both sides because I have a variable that I want to solve for and it's in the exponent. So I'll take the natural log of both sides. And then I can move this negative down. So I have negative y ln of 1.1 equals ln of 50. So this is pretty straightforward. That's all in there. And then divide by negative and the natural log of 1.1. So really I have y, which is the same thing as f inverse, supposedly. And that equals the natural log of 50 minus x divided by x, all divided by negative 1.1, or ln of 1.1, so negative ln 1.1. So you got to be careful with that negative there. So this supposedly is our inverse. Now I'm going to compose them in one direction. You can compose it in the other direction. So I'm going to compose it in this direction and simplify. What does that mean? Well, to compose one function with another, remember, you're just plugging in the function anywhere you see a variable. So let me rewrite these two. I'll write this, and I'll write this, and I'm going to do it all in green.